Elon Musk's SpaceX is famous for its rockets, but what many people don't realize is that one of its most important missions isn't about sending humans to Mars, it's about connecting the Earth. That mission is Starlink, a vast network of thousands of satellites orbiting in low Earth orbit, just 342 miles above the surface. Its goal is bold but simple: to deliver high speed internet to every corner of the planet, no matter how remote. The backbone of SpaceX's future. Starlink isn't just a tech experiment, it's the financial engine that could fund SpaceX's bigger ambitions, like building bases on the moon and Mars. In 2022, Starlink generated $1.4 billion in revenue. By late 2023, it had achieved break even cash flow and was on track to bring in over $3 billion annually. Industry analysts say it could soon make up 40% of SpaceX's total business. Rapid growth Starlink launched its first batch of satellites in 2019. Just a few years later, it serves more than 2 million customers across over 60 countries and all 7 continents. Unlike traditional satellite internet, which relies on a handful of large geostationary satellites, Starlink uses thousands of small satellites in low Earth orbit. This drastically reduces latency and makes it possible to provide faster and more stable internet, even in places where cables will never reach. Practical benefits. For rural communities, it means access to education, healthcare, and economic opportunities they never had before. For ships at sea and planes in the air, it means staying connected wherever they go. And in disaster zones, it can be the difference between total isolation and life-saving communication. Geopolitical power. Starlink's reach has also made it a geopolitical tool. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, Starlink kept the country's military and civilians online after other communications were destroyed. Musk has said Starlink is the backbone of Ukrainian military communications at the front lines. But this influence has sparked controversy, especially when Musk refused to activate Starlink over Crimea for a planned Ukrainian drone strike, fearing it could trigger a nuclear escalation. Concerns from scientists. Astronomers warn that with thousands more satellites planned and competitors like Amazon's Project Kuiper and OneWeb joining in, the night sky could be permanently altered. Starlink satellites can appear as bright streaks in telescope images, making deep space observations harder. There's also the problem of space debris. More satellites mean a higher risk of collisions, and if too much debris builds up, large parts of Earth's orbit could become unusable. Some scientists also raise questions about the environmental impact of burning up satellites in the atmosphere. The technology. Part of Starlink's success is its vertical integration. SpaceX designs and builds the satellites, launches them on its own rockets, and manufactures its own user terminals. These terminals, small, portable antennas, can be set up anywhere with a power source. They're getting cheaper too, down from $3,000 to produce in the early days to under $600 today. The road ahead SpaceX plans to deploy up to 42,000 satellites in the coming years. But to keep up with replacement cycles and expansion, it needs Starship, the giant next-generation reusable rocket capable of launching hundreds of satellites at once. If Starship becomes operational, it could slash launch costs and push Starlink's growth into overdrive. But delays in Starship's development could slow that momentum. Closing thoughts. Starlink has gone from an ambitious idea to the world's largest satellite network in just a few years. It's already transforming how remote communities, emergency responders, and even militaries connect to the world. But with that power comes questions about who controls access, how it changes our view of the night sky, and whether the world is ready for a communications network run by one man and his company. One thing is certain: Starlink is not just changing the internet, it's changing the balance of global power.